Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I'm looking at a chart of life expectancy. It starts with historical data and then they work out the projections going into the future. This is an article talking about Social Security's future. Now, first notice how this was, well, the pandemic of 1918, right? And this was a so-called pandemic. Notice how life expectancy barely dented, right? Which goes to show there's a huge difference between somebody dying and happening to have a virus in their body versus somebody dying of a virus, right? So imagine you see somebody die and you interview the family member and you found out that the family member who passed away drank some soda over the last month. Or maybe you even go to the hospital room where this person died and you see a soda on in the hospital bed, right? You could claim that person died of soda intake, right? I would imagine a huge percent of Americans can be said to have died of soda intake. Oh my God, we have a pandemic of soda intake. Now, the other takeaway from this is that notice the biggest rises in life expectancy happened during so-called tough times, right? The Great Depression, stagflation, and so even the 2008 the years leading up to the 2008 financial crisis were not so bad, right? The so-called good years of the 50s and 60s had a very level life expectancy, right? The so-called the good years during Clinton also had a pretty level life expectancy. And I think the reason for that is that we are too spoiled. Here's a chart of how much sugar we intake. We had to give up some of that sugar during the Great Depression, during the 70s stagflation. Then we had the Reagan Revolution, the Clinton years, and then we had the Great Recession. And I think people are starting to wake up, right? This chart only goes up to 2016. But look how far away we have to go just to get back to where we were during the Industrial Revolution, right? And we did great things back then, right? It's not like people were dying left and right. We discovered half the periodic table during this time, right? Anyway, enjoy the Great Depression. You're probably not gonna, you're definitely not gonna die of it, right? You're gonna be stronger for it. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.